You memorize the date. You remember exactly where you were, how you were sitting, when you heard. Forever after, you write it on your health reports, on your insurance reports, claims, as the date of onset. It's your own personal 9/11. So I kept thinking, well, what's different? The cancer was already there. The doctor said it had probably been there for 2 years. So the sun's still shining. The only difference is today I know what I didn't know yesterday. And that was good. Because what if I hadn't known? So on the way to the Canary Islands, I stopped in southern Indiana for a family reunion. And I was brushing my teeth in the bathroom, and my mom showed up at the door. Now, weirdly enough, it felt sort of like when she used to corner me in the bathroom when I was a teenager and give me those lectures about sex. So I knew she had something important that she wanted to say, and she cleared her throat. And she said, "I wish I was the one who had the cancer instead of you." And there was that brief moment that I thought, oh boy, how could I, if there would only be some way that I could pass, not to my mother, but that I could just pass the sucker on. And then, actually, then my answer to her came from just here, and I said, "No, Mother, you can't have it, it's mine." And that was a turning point when I actually claimed the ownership of the cancer. It felt like a major, important thing. My friend and therapist, Christine McGreevy, calls this all the dance with cancer. And that was maybe when I decided to engage in the dance and not deny it, and to go ahead and do what needed to be done. When I was doing chemotherapy, I would call the nurses and I would talk to them. I would ask them questions about my side effects, and every time they would say, "Oh, well, are you drinking enough water?" That was always the answer. So one night when I couldn't sleep, the term hydrate kept running through my head. And when I woke up, well, actually I got up and I wrote it down, and this is how it turned out. Put another dollop in of that adriamycin, 20 minutes all you need, then hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. No cytoxin is her friend, even if it plugs one end. 20 minutes all you need, then hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Taxol, then you get Taxol. It's also very, very good for you. A natural substance from the yew tree. Put those magic dollops in, T and A and cytoxin. It's the cocktail that you need, then hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. So I sang the song for my doctors and the nurses of the chemo ward, and I sang it to my sister on the phone, and I found that, every time I went to get a drink of water, the tune would run through my head, and I would giggle. So I thought, why don't I use music to compose, to complain about some of the other things that are happening to me, like the loss of taste, constipation, sleepless nights. So I wrote silly songs about all of those things, and I call them Chemo Karaoke. I tried to keep that positive vision when I went on from chemo to radiation. This is a song that my radiation therapist danced to a couple of times. Mine eyes have seen the sketchings of the good dosimetrist in planning out the simulation when I mustn't twist. Evil cells will be bombarded by the mimic physicist, and atoms will prevail. Globy, globy radiation. I'll be lit up for vacation. Be it gamma rays or X-rays or a host of nuclear beams. Recovery full scale.
she's philosophical, no peace.